Superhoops. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this is how we do. Now it's time.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to episode 3 of our QPR Career Mode. As I said, I'm going to stay consistent with this and I'm a man of my word. As long as I can get these coming out consistently, I will do. If you have not seen episode 1 or 2, then there is a playlist. Go and check the playlist out, get yourself all caught up. And then of course, welcome to today's episode. Today, we are going to make our first signing of the series. Don't get your hopes up. It's not anything crazy big like, oh my god, brand new first team incredible player. We are signing somebody who's basically going to be a bit of a squad role for us and somebody to potentially keep hold of and look forward to using in the future. They'll definitely make some game time though at some point. So let's get into it straight away. No messing about. I'm going to show you guys who we are going to sign, and that is none other than Tom Hamer. I think he looks a good little player. Can play at left back and right back. Has the long throw-in trait as well, which could be helpful going forward as well. But he's also not crazy expensive. I'm going to hopefully try and pick him up for around $1 million. Might be just over that, but hopefully Burton are in the mood for making some decent-ish money-wise, or like, you know, a reasonable transfer here. So let's have a little look-see. So I'm not going to offer a player. I'm just going to offer, you know what, I'm going to start off by offering 900k. See what they say. See where they want to go from 900k. They want Stefan Johansson and 40. Firstly, sod off, not happening. So let's just go to 950 and see their thoughts on that. They want a sell-on fee. I'm not having a sell-on fee, and I'm not giving you 1.45. So they clearly, 900k is not enough. They're probably going to ask for about 1.5, 1.6 here. But again, if I can get them nearer to $1 million, then I think that's fantastic. 1.75. Okay, they do want some serious money here. I'm only going to work my way up very slowly. I'm expecting to see them be like, oh, we'll think about it and come back to it. Exactly just like that. So 1.1 is the initial thought process there. They're going to want more, but I reckon I can get him, as I said, for around his value of 1.3. So he is the person we are going to sign. Sadly, didn't get to sign him immediately there, but that's because I'm being very, very careful with money. Don't want to massively overspend, but I also don't want to spend too much in this first season, because obviously, realistically, QPR in real life did already do some business, bringing in some players, so I'm not going to go crazy on that. A player potentially going out to Accrington is Walsh. I'm not going to let him go permanently, but I will happily see him out on a season-long loan there, so we'll see what comes back from that. Unless I hear anything beforehand, I'll see you guys at the next game, which is a tough one against Barnsley. And also, as a point of interest, we're going to stick to world-class unless I start doing ridiculous against world-class, and then I will go between legendary and world-class and just kind of mix it up. If you guys did see the last episode, I got schooled by legendary, so we'll go from there. But regardless, let's crack on. Okay, so a few emails here. Ben Wells has gone on his year-long loan to Salford. So that's, again, good news for us. Gets him game time. Accrington are happy with the season-long loan. So that's good. You can see that Galatasaray came in for Willock. But Willock is going absolutely nowhere. And Hamer, they've stuck with the 1.75. I'm still going to negotiate. I'm going to go to 1.25 and see again if they're willing just to knock that fee down just a little bit. Again, if I can get him for around 1.3, 1.4, then I'll be pretty happy. They're sticking to 1.75. It's a little bit above what I'd like to spend on him. I won't lie to you. I just need to try and convince him to come down just a bit. They really are being reluctant here. But I guess if this is the only signing we're potentially making for this transfer window, potentially, unless we make sales, I guess it's not the end of the world. Ah, damn it. Damn it. They're not interested. Okay, maybe we'll go back in for Hamer. He's still the person I'd like to try and sign, but it seems like it's going to be a little bit more than I was hoping to spend. So I'll come back to this one. I'll give it a week till I can reapproach him, and we'll go again. Okay, so now it's time to focus on our league games, and firstly, as I said, we're up against Barnsley. So the only changes I've made, Jordi Device has come in for Ozzy Kakai, who's quite tired. So Device is starting at centre-back, which moves Barbe out to left-back, and McCallum makes his way to the right-hand side. Field coming in for Johansson, which is why Barbe is captain. And you can see it's just a little bit of fitness that's kicking us in the backside right now. So regardless, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this, the 4-2-2. I'm optimistic this is still going to pay out, and I'm happy to see Jordi Device in there. We also have Jimmy Dunn on the bench. I'd like to give him some minutes, but let's crack on into this game. It's a home game, obviously, at the Conference, so hopefully a game that we go into confident, especially with this man in our side. 3 goals in 3, and he is absolutely flying for us. So Linden, I think, as he was in the 21 career mode, I think he's going to be huge for us in the 22. So let's get into it. No messing about. Cornouars, let's get our form back on track. Oh, it's a bit of a loose pass there from McCallum. Dickey steps in well. Good job there from Rob Dickey. And maybe we can try and turn this defence into attack. Amos finds Dickey. Dickey doing what Dickey does in real life, and that is just bursting forward as if he's a striker. You love to see it. Ilias into field here. Going to try and get it back to Ilias. Ilias, can he get it past his man? Finds Linden. Heavy first touch, and what a block that is from the defender there in the end. I didn't expect that to quite make its way through, but we turned that defence into a lovely bit of attack and very nearly found the opener there. From the corner there, we are going to whip this in there. It's going to Gray, who can't get up there. I think that's the device it is. Tame shot, but a really good start there. Positive indeed. They're bringing it forward here. Got to be careful. Got to make sure we stop the shot we have initially. Field got to close his man down. Now Amos has got to close his down. Barbe has left his post. Oh, it's a good block there. Sam Field gets in and gets in very well indeed. And he needed to, because that could have been problematic. And now he's going to set away Lyndon. Come on, surely. Lyndon bloody Dykes. Lyndon. Oh, you love to see it. If there's a man we want in front of the goal right now, it is Lyndon Dykes. And that is exactly why. Lyndon makes it 1-0, and that has been coming, I have to say. They've been very, very minimal in their chances, and we've put the pressure on going forward. We just haven't really tested the keeper. And the first time of asking, we have tested him. Well, not really the first, but the first proper, decent, clear-cut chance. And Lyndon makes it 3, I think, this season now. You love to see it. Absolute king. 1-0, and it's been deserved. Come on, boys. That's a nice little pass there. Dickey comes out to help McCallum. Does well initially, but the ball has made its way into the box, and Super Seny Dieng with a fantastic save. Barbe gets it away, and right on the stroke of half-time, that would have been a really bad time to concede. But Seny doing a really good job there of making that save. Could have very easily been 1-1 there at the break, but Super Seny steps up to the plate. Thankfully, Lyndon Dykes obviously getting that goal we needed. And I have to say again, on the majority, that was a very positive first half. I think we played really, really well. I am going to make a change in Ilias just because Ilias is quite tired. And you know what? I was going to bring on Coles, but I think I'd like to bring on Albert Adoma. Because Coles is... You know what? Willock looks a little bit tired, as does Lyndon. We'll probably got the chance to bring on Albert at some point, but I'd like to get Coles some game time because he's going to be good enough at it. He's going to be a very, very good player for us going forward. So I'll give him the game time. We've got the option maybe of Charlie. Got the option, obviously, as I said, of Adoma. And, you know, if I want to bring on Dozzle, I could even bring on Wallace. As I said, I like to get done on. So we'll see how that one plays out. But for now, we'll just crack on. 1-0 up, second half. Lots to play for. A second goal will be nice. But let's just power on. Come on, boys. More of the same. Coles going to try and drag this back here and plays it to Barbe. Not the best of passes, but Barbe making a good run and making the most of the possession he's been given there. Plays it back inside to Coles, who has been dispossessed. I have to say, so far, Coles hasn't impressed me with too much other than his actual stats. But it'll be nice to see if Coles can pick up and play to what his card suggests he can do. Ball here to Amos, outside to Chris Willock. Can we try and just rotate this round? We do here. Into Lyndon. Lyndon going to drop it off to Sam Field. Field with a strike, hits the defender. That's really the best we've offered this second half. Neither team have really been up to much, but it's been a very quiet one. A lot of cagey kind of football now, but we've got to try and make sure we don't give this one away. Rob Dickey, you absolute bloody king. Good lad. Okay, the ball is going to for a throw in here. I've made 2 changes. I've brought on Charlie Austin for Lyndon Dykes, and I've brought on Jimmy Dunn for Barbe. Now, Barbe was playing left back. McCallum's now playing left back instead, and Rob Dickey is playing right back. I know it's absolute madness, but he's the only person who's not on a -6 in that position. So Dickey is just well and truly taking one for the team here for a little bit of rotation, and just to give us that option, obviously, of bringing on Dunn and getting him a little bit of game time. And here McCallum has kept the ball on the pitch to prevent the throw, but has given them a chance to cross it. It's dropped to the right man, and Seny Dieng yet again with another fantastic save, and one that was very much needed, and that has kept us well and truly in the lead here. We've got to make sure now we don't let them get another chance like that. Coles, good lad, great tackle there from Coles. Gray makes a decent run. He's on the side, he's in his own half. Coles here could get himself his first assist if Gray can convert. I've hit it straight at him. I've put it onto his left foot, and I've hit it straight at the keeper. Should have maybe taken another touch, should have secured it onto his stronger foot, but I did waste it. And now Willock on the ball here. Can he find a pass? Not quite. It's just absolutely crowded out there. And Charlie now. Can he get the ball? Not quite. Close. Only 5 minutes to go, though. Got to hold on to this lead. Last chance here, potentially, for Barnsley. Played it inside. Got it back outside. They're going to whip it into the box. Jimmy Dunn doesn't get there, but thankfully the header isn't on target. Sails over the bar, and we secure the 1-0 win. We get those 3 points. That was a scrappy game, but I have to say, if we just converted our chances a little bit better, we would have walked away with that a lot more comfortably than we did. So I have to say, well done to the boys, obviously, for securing the win. But yet again, Lyndon Dykes just helping us profusely there and keeping us in the position we need to be. And that's 6 points, doubling our league points for the season so far. and I'm happy with it in the end. I have to say Linden for me probably was the man of the match. 7.5 for Barbe. I have to say actually Barbe did do a very good job out wide. Field also had a good game, but yeah, I'd have to give it to Linden, obviously for the goal and for the best chances of the game. Well done to Dicky, obviously covering it right back too, but for now, happy with that. 3 more points in the league, that's what you need. Not too much sort of report between games. Obviously, we have our game now against Cardiff. We do have a fair few tired first-team players, so we are definitely going to be rotating. I'll show you guys what squad we're running with. We also had a player request to play, and he'll make it onto the bench. But I'll get that lineup ready, and we'll go into the cup game. We will be simming this one, but watch simming it, obviously. Okay, so as I said, I have rotated a bit. I haven't rotated massively because I'd still like to try and get through this game if we can. And obviously Cardiff are no mugs. But Odebaggio comes in at left back. Device and Dicky are our centre backs today. Ozzy on the right. Johansson and Dozzle in the middle. Ilias Chair on the left. Coles starting on the right. Austin coming in for Dykes. And Gray obviously staying up there with him. The player that asked to play was Charlie Owens. He has made his way onto the bench. And he will probably come on at some point depending on who gets tired first. It would be nice to maybe rest Johansson again for the second part of this game like we did in one of the other cup games not too long ago, but hopefully we start today and we get ourselves a decent, hopefully, win. I'm going to try something a little bit different, by the way. I'm saying this now, a little bit of breaking the fourth wall for you. I might not commentate the entire way through this game, and as and when there's a highlight to show you, I will do just that, just like hitting the bar there for Andre Gray. Not a bad effort, and then he makes up for it. 1-0. Lovely start, Gray. Good to see, because for some reason his morale's not that great. Don't know why. He's getting a lot of starts, but hopefully him scoring will boost that. Oh, lovely bit of play here. Can we make the most of this? Nice bit of rotating around it. It's played out wide. Oh, Coles lets himself down. I have to say, so far, he's not been amazing. For some reason, he's captain today. Why is he Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, good save there from Senny. That's the first chance that Cardiff have had. Thankfully, Senny was equal to it. Good lad. Okay, half-time. Not bad so far. You can see the team playing very, very well indeed. A couple of players just a little bit tired, but nothing crazy. Okay, no, Johansson is captain, but it showed on the thing that Isaac was, or Coles, however you want to say it. Bit of a weird one. Regardless, I'm going to take Stefan off, and I'm going to bring on Charlie Owens. He's going to be on a -3. I'm not having him as bloody captain though. Can I change that? It literally won't let me change it. I'd rather it wasn't Owens, but he's going to come in apparently and just be the captain, so fair play to him. I think outside of that, I think we're okay. At some point, I'd like to bring Albert on. It'll probably be for Chair or Coles, obviously. And maybe Wallace or Dunn. Either of those two to maybe get some game time. But for now, it's only 1-0. I'm not going to jump the gun and make loads of changes. But for now, good start. Hopefully, more of the same in the second half. If we can go through again the cup, that would be fantastic. Oh, good effort there from Cardiff. Thankfully, again, Senny Dieng equal to it. And I have just realised that I was going to put Archer in goal for this. But I have to say, Senny so far has been up to the job. 2 very good saves. Oh, good effort there from Charlie. And I think that has been kicked out for a corner. We have made 2 changes. Adoma and Dunn coming on for Device and Ilias. So those are our last 2 changes. Actually, I think I can make a 4th, couldn't I? Wasn't there in another cup game or something? I was like, oh, you can make 4 changes? Let's find out if you can. Wallace. No, I'm out of subs. Okay, I clearly got something wrong last time. Regardless, we'll stick with it. 1-0. We're doing decent. Oh, it's a good bit of play. I just complimented Senny. And of course, we do then go ahead and concede immediately. Oh, lovely stuff, Charlie Austin. Lovely bit of teamwork there. Lovely team goal. And Charlie, with 10 minutes left, puts us back into the lead. Now we've got 10 minutes to hold on, and hopefully we can do just that. Lovely bit of play there. It really was very nice. Oh, a lovely goal there from Kiefer Moore. A very good player as well, by the way. A striker that when we were linked with him, I'd have absolutely loved. But instead we got Lyndon Dykes, and I'm not upset about that at all. But yeah, 2-2. Okay, it's back to level pegging. Oh, it's off the bar. He was offside. but it was off the bar from Coles. I'd love for him to get a goal soon, because so far he hasn't exactly set this team afire. But they get a chance here. Oh, my word, that was close there. It is going to be penalties, I believe. I will just let the boys go in the order that they are in there and just go ahead and take them. Let's see if we can win on penalties. First one for Cardiff is in. It's in that right-hand side there. We have Charlie stepping up next, and he's hit it wide. Okay, not ideal. 1-0 down on penalties immediately. Volk scores. It's straight sort of mid-left-hand side there. Gray finishes in the bottom left-hand corner there. Lovely stuff. By the way, EA, change it from a black circle on a black background. It's very hard to see. But another goal there for Cardiff for Bowen. Adoma's going to step up. And Adoma, apparently that's in. That's barring in, clearly, for me there. Colwell is going to step up and score bottom left. Isaac Coles, you've got to score it, mate. And he doesn't. It's saved, and that is going to be full. Oh wait, hold on. I'm so we're still in it, boys. We're still in it. Okay, I just completely did my maths wrong there. It's okay. It goes to the extra penalties. Sang steps up and scores. Up next we have Odebaggio, who is going to miss, and that is the full-time score there. We do go out on penalties to Cardiff. We lose 4-3 on pens in the end. Gutted, boys. Absolutely gutted. But the boys put in a good showing. It's just a shame that we conceded immediately after scoring that second. That would have been a good chance for us to hold on to that, but it's what it is. The loan deal for Walsh has gone through. He's going off to Accrington for a season. Hopefully, he'll get a bit of game time there. I don't know what their starting keeper rating is, but hopefully he gets a chance and gets a bit of improvement under his belt. Because again, in real life especially, I think Walsh is a real good prospect for the future. So it'll be good to see if he can get some game time there. Okay, we can go in again for Tom Hamer, so I'm going to do exactly that, but this time I'm going to start at 1.3. Again, I'm still going to see if I can get them below that 175 they were asked. Okay then, cheers. Nice one, EA. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know how that's happened. I don't know what the difference is. I've offered them less than what they said no to last time. I ain't got a Scooby, boys. I haven't got a clue. But regardless, I'll be really happy to get Hamer in if I can. He's only 21, so he has got years ahead of him. A 4-year contract. I'm going to offer him... I think I'm going to offer him $5,000 a week. I think... should I go? Yeah, I'll go with $5,000 a week. I'll offer him $50,000 up front as well. See what he says to that. It's a nice extra chunk of money. He has accepted it. I'm very happy with that indeed. So, there we go. Tom Hamer, our first new signing. He's in. It's done. Welcome to Queen's Park Rangers. Okay, so after our most recent signing and most recent pickup, Hamer has made his way onto the bench for today's game. I know it's not the most exciting signing, but I think going forward long term, I think is a very important one because our best left back is McCallum and he's on loan. And then obviously we have Wallace, who is 34, and Hamer is only one less rated than him, but also 14 years younger than him. And I think Hamer by the end of the season will eclipse at least his rating, but I think he'll catch up to the general rating of the team as well. Again, he can play right back, so again, it offers us something back there as well. But that's the starting lineup. As you can see, Hamer will be on the bench and will potentially make his way onto the pitch at some point. But home to Coventry, and hopefully a game that we can do exactly like we did in the last one and bounce with a fantastic victory. It'd be nice just to pick up those 3 points in what will be, again, in real life, a pretty tricky game. I know we did okay against Coventry, but right now Coventry are one hell of a force in this league. So let's just hope that we can turn up today and hopefully come away with 3 very important points. Let's hope, pray, and let's go for it. Come on, you boys. Come on, you Rs. 3 points, please. Make it happen. Oh, they bring it forward here. Coventry. Rob Dickey is turned. Senny, super bloody Senny with another fantastic save. It was heading towards that bottom right corner. I just didn't mark it well at all. And thankfully, Senny was up to the challenge of that shot. They do get a corner here to try and bring into the box if they can. Chrissy Willock is going to be the man to try and stop them getting anywhere near us. They're going to pull it wide, try and play it flat. Bit of a weird one. And then they kick it out for themselves. Great. Dykes. Lovely bit of play here. We see the space opening up for Gray, but Gray doesn't make the run immediately. He makes it eventually, does get past the man, does find the back of the net. It's 1-0 Gray took a while to make that run. If he'd made that run just a bit sooner, I could have played it through and he'd have had acres of space, acres of time. But thankfully, Gray still found the back of the net. That is what is important. We're still in the lead nice and early on. Gray this time becoming provider instead of goal scorer. Again, there, look, I wanted him to just make that run so much sooner than he did. Dabo very nearly catching up to him. In my opinion, one of the best right backs in the league, by the way. But very nice stuff there from Gray to find the back of the net. Keeper couldn't get there, but the ball did. 1-0. Great start. Come on, boys. Got to be careful here as they overlap. Can we get the ball out here? Odebaggio beat there. Rob Dickey isn't, though, and Dickey gets it away. We're scrappy defensively right now, but the scrappiness is currently still holding us that clean sheet, which is great to see. And now Luke Amos, of all people, bursting forward from the deep midfield. Luke Amos is just going to power it, but powers it wide. Again, really good on that counter-attack, but just not quite clinical enough. If that was Linden or Gray making that run, either Ilias or Willock, I think it's the back of the net. Luke Amos not quite as good in front of goal as those, but still a good little player. Unlucky, Lukey boy. Can we stop the ball getting in here? Rob Dickey, good lad. Mr. Roberto Dickey helping us in defence yet again. Can we now switch that over to Ilias? Decent first touch, nice, brings it down. Stefan Johansson making a good run through. Can we find him here? Gray lays it off to Stefan. Stefan with the finesse at the edge of the box. Keeper with a very good save indeed. The captain, El Capitano, trying to find the back of the net himself there. Couldn't quite do so. Barbe's going to be up to the corner. Doesn't win it. Easy catch. I have to say, this first half, we have been absolutely fantastic. But Coventry have had their chances too. Got to be careful to make sure we limit those chances and don't let them create much more than they have in the second half, which will be up after this half-time break. Again, we've been pretty confident. Again, we've been pretty competent, and we've looked decent in front of net. I think we could easily get ourselves a second, but we've got to be careful not to concede while trying to do that. I think the plan here is I'm going to bring on Hamer. Odebaggio is going to go to right back. Ozzy's going to come off and make way for Hamer, who's going to make his debut here, and we'll see if he can live up to it. He's not the quickest. He's not the strongest. But he's definitely got some physicality. To be fair, he's as physical as Johan Barbe, so that's not too bad, actually. Regardless, let's see how he does. Let's see how we do, and let's get into the second half. Let's go, boys. Got to be careful here not to let them work this forward, and we've done really well to intercept and get rid there. That could have been problematic, but Willock finds a lovely ball inside to Gray, and Linden is set away here. This time, maybe Gray can provide for Linden. Dykes, you'll love to see it. Once you get that man through on goal, there's only one thing happening, and that is a goal for QPR. I don't know about the celebration, Linden. I would almost pay money to see you try that in real life, mate. I won't lie to you. But right now, that is a huge goal. Hopefully will secure us a victory in this game today. And I have to say, that really is arrowed into that top corner. I'm going to take this opportunity very quickly now to make a change, and that is going to be to take off Gray for Charlie Austin. And the only other change that I'm thinking about is, again, bringing on Coles. And I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do that this time. I might start Coles in the next game, but we're going to bring on Dozzle for Amos instead. Dozzle's going to come in for Amos and just, again, secure out that midfield. Two deep line playmakers, two players who can definitely ping a pass from the middle of the park. A good bit of rotation. 2-0. Love to see it, boys. You love to see it. There we go. Ilias now set away here with a chance to try and bring this ball forward. Linden stopping his run in the middle of the park, which is not what I needed to see. I then didn't really know who to play it to or what to try and do there. If Linden had kept his run up, it would have been an easy pass across the goal and pretty much a tap-in for 3-0. But the run wasn't made and the chance was wasted. Hamer bursting up this left-hand side here. Can we maybe try and play this in here to Charlie Austin? Hasn't got the most pace, but as I've said before, he's one hell of a finisher. Pulls it onto his right and is going to find the back of the net. I'm fairly sure that is Charlie's first goal for us in this career mode. The cameraman even losing it there, but Charlie doing his infamous celebration. It's 3-0 and it's things you do love to see. Very happy for Charlie there. Great to see him on the score sheet because, again, I don't think he scored for us, or for me at least, when I've been controlling in this save so far. But he has found the back of the net, makes it 3-0, and that is exactly what you want to see. Lovely stuff. We have definitely put Coventry and this game to bed now. Oh, lovely pass through for Johansson. Can we make it 4? Oh, it's off the bar from Linden. It very easily could have been a 4th, but it doesn't really matter. 3-0 and a huge result there. 3 goals, 3 points for the Superhoops, and I'm very happy with that. Very good team performance, and again, just very impressed across the board. I have to say, yet again, I think we have to give the man of the match potentially to Lyndon Dykes. I think we're going to be saying that a lot. I think Senny, however, did have a fantastic game as well. I'd almost be tempted to say that my man of the match was possibly Senny Dieng. He really was very, very good indeed. But yeah, again, I was just very, very impressed by the entire squad today. So for me, it would either be Senny or, of course, the mighty Lyndon Dykes. But all in all, another big result, another big win. 3 more points. Yes, please. Okay, we've worked our way back up into a much more respectable place right now. After 5 games, we're on 9 points. Those 2 games today have been huge for us. And as you can see on the right-hand side there, joint top goal scorer with Marriott and Johnson is Lyndon Dykes. And I expect to see him up and amongst it like he was obviously in our QPR career mode on 21 as well. But yeah, the teams around us all doing pretty darn well. Reading top of the table. Themselves, Nottingham Forest and Fulham and West Brom all unbeaten, but West Brom getting plenty of draws to hold them back a little bit there. Obviously, we've had those 2 losses, which were not good for us at all. But we're going to jump towards deadline day now. We're not going to be making any more signings this window unless we make any more sales. We have got 4.5 million, and what we're going to do is we're probably going to spend some of that on a new scout. That is probably going to be something that I do try and spend a little bit of money on, is just securing a better youth system. So Felix Higgins is going to be another scout for us, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him off to Morocco, because obviously, as you guys know, we do have a good affiliation with Morocco, as Tom goes the wrong way. Well done, Tom. But players like Adel Tarabt, obviously Ilias Chair, players that have been very good flair players for us. So we're going to go for 3 months, just for the 3 months, and see if we can find a technically gifted youngster to bring into our youth system and potentially into the team going forward. I just want to make sure you guys knew that that is some money I'm spending. I think long term that's going to be very helpful for us. And again, it kind of stops me being persuaded to sign anyone, and it encouraged me to say if we make any more sales, then we can potentially look to bring somebody in. But for now, we're just going to go through this deadline day. The biggest sale before today, Torres for £80 million to Napoli, Marino for £70 million to PSG, and Koulibaly for 56.5 off to Manchester United. We'll see if any other big sales go through. There we go. Skriniar straight off the bat, £92 million off to Chelsea. That's just confirmation of Higgins setting up his thing. I should have waited till the first there. That's stupid of me. I should have waited till the first. I always do my stuff on the first. Instead, now we have 2 to search on the first. I'll make sure I remember to do that. Corona there going off to Atletico Madrid. If you go to Atletico, make sure you wear a mask. Fenerbahce trying to sign Rob Dickey for 3 mil. Sod right off. He is going nowhere. Literally not leaving the club at all. But yeah, I think outside of Skriniar, there haven't been any crazy big, huge money spendings. 2.3 mil for Linden. You're taking the mick, Bournemouth, and you bloody know it as well. Sod right off. As I said, I will only sell players if I think it's the right thing to do, and that will only be allowing us to bring in players. So I've got no interest of selling anyone. Maybe a loan deal for one of the youngsters, like a Duke McKenna, if anyone comes in for it. Coles, they've offered me Heinz and a player. And a player and money. £16 million and Heinz. It is going to be a no, I won't lie to you. Charlie Owens, 700,000. You know what I'm going to say? If they offer me 900 or 800, anywhere between that, I'll consider it. Because again, Charlie Owens really won't feature much for us. He only came in that cup game because he asked to play. Otherwise, I won't lie to you, he wouldn't have got into the squad. So I'll see what they say if they come back even in time for the 10 hours. It doesn't look like they're going to. It looks like it's going to just peter out and the deal isn't going to happen. That is what it is. But with an hour left, so Coles again 18.7, he's going nowhere. We don't even need to answer that one. With an hour left, let's see the biggest deals. So Skriniar, Torres, Marino and Koulibaly, as we knew. De Vrij also going to Real Madrid, so they're losing a lot of centre-backs here at Inter Milan. Hope they've got a backup plan there. Chelsea selling to Atletico Madrid, they're selling Jorginho. Fabian off to Liverpool, Ginter off to Bayern Munich. Isaac going to Spurs, interesting. Luca Dean off to Real Madrid as well. Pereira off to Napoli. Weghorst going to United. Interesting one. Hermoso to Leicester City. Vardy to Liverpool. That's actually mental. That's actually crazy. I like that. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Rafa to Chelsea. Calvert-Lewin going to Hoffenheim. Calvert-Lewin leaving England. And yeah, Pepe going to Juve. Some interesting ones. Saint Maximin going to Barca. Things you'll have to see there. Some interesting ones indeed. Very interesting stuff. But yes, that is our transfer window done, sealed, finished. And we only made the one signing of Tom Hamer. A couple of sales, a couple of other stuff too. While we're here, we'll have a little look. Barbe isn't going anywhere. See you later, especially to Fulham. Owens isn't going in the end as well. Have we got anyone better this time around? Michael Steele looks okay. Theo Gardiner doesn't look that great. Jamie Marshall likewise. And Marcus Stevens doesn't look good either. I'll keep scouting Michael Steele, see what that potential is going to be. If it sits at the high 70s to 90, we'll consider it. But again, not a fantastic report there for us. Have to say, again, Manga looking decent. Everyone else looking a little bit iffy. Contreras looks a bit naff. I probably am actually going to release Contreras. I don't see him doing anything decent for us. But yeah, for now, we'll just crack on. Okay, now we have a game that's sort of starting to be dubbed as a rivalry by some Reading fans, but we're up against Reading, who are currently top of the table and unbeaten, as we said. Going in with a very similar lineup to last time, but Ilias has been dropped for Coles to see again if we can get the best of Coles. So far, he's just not really massively impressed me in our games we've used him, and Charlie's going to start over Gray for this game as well. Otherwise, same kind of dealio. Let's see if we can beat top of the table Reading. They have obviously had a very good start to this season, and it's not going to be an easy one by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully we can just come into this game in good form. We've had 2 league games this episode, and we have managed to win them both. Cole's looking sharp and dapper as per usual. That's the very least you expect of our man Isaac. He is a dapper chap, if you will, but it's going to be a tricky one. Let's see if we can take on Reading in what's sort of become the blue and white hoop rivalry. I don't know. Regardless, let's go. 3 points, please, boys. Oh, a lovely pass through. Well done, though, from Urdabaggio, cutting inside there and winning that ball in a very crucial spot, because that could have been problematic. I have to say, one thing Reading are doing really well is closing us down very quickly. So I have to be careful to make sure we do secure that possession a little bit better than we have and try and knock the ball around the press. Got to be careful here, as again, Reading on the attack. They've definitely been a threat early on, and thankfully that shot flies over the bar there. They've definitely been a good threat from the start. They have been very, very good. We have struggled to even have the ball, let alone have it in any form of attack. So we need to try and build up into this game, because so far their high press has been difficult to break down. Johansson into Linden, up to Charlie. Charlie now going to play it out wide. Into Chrissy Willock, back to Charlie. He's going to have to turn. Can't quite find the pass I needed to there. Again, they attack in numbers, but they're defending in numbers too. They're closing us down very quickly. They're proving to be a very tough team. I can see why they're top of the table right now, I'll be honest with you. Can't really get that ball there. Good attack. That is a fantastic strike as well. And we do go 1-0 down. So I think that's a Mate finish. That's a really, really good strike. And again, I have to say, it's been justified. We have been absolutely schooled in this first half, and I am not afraid to tell you that. However, I'm frustrated that we haven't really offered anything. But this is definitely a justified goal so far. Really nice play. As you can see, I moved Dicky out of the way, and that's my fault. But that strike is fantastic off the bar and into that side netting. Super Senni not going to be able to save us there from a fantastic strike. 4 goals and 6. He's having a very good start to the season. But we just haven't really offered anything in this first half. I've struggled to get the ball out of the half. I've struggled to get the ball full stop. They have just attacked really, really well, really, really nicely. And they've also defended equally nicely. But Coles here can't quite get past the man there. That kind of perfectly rounds up how our first half has gone. Not quite enough. And we go into the break 1-0 down. I have to say, it's not because he's been bad, but I don't think he's the right player for how we're playing right now. I think I'm going to have to take off Charlie Austin, and I think Gray is going to have to make his way back into the team because he has been really, really good for us. I had Field as an option to bring on as like a DM replacement if we wanted to take off obviously Johansson and secure up the midfield a bit, but I think actually right now we need the creativity that he provides, and actually we could have done with Dozzle in this situation, but we still have Albert, we still have Ilias to bring off the bench for either Coles or Chrissy Willock. Obviously defensive options as well, but the first thing we need to do is focus on getting back into this game and really actually starting to play, because that first 45 we didn't. We defended 45 and they got the goal they justified for Reading. So let's see if this second half we can offer more, because we need to. Come on, boys. Johansson chance to try and create something here. Cole's going to cut inside, going to have our first shot of the game. It's just wide of the post. I think the keeper would have had it covered, but that's the first chance we created. That is the best we have done. We need to build on it because that is not good enough. Good strike. Oh, what a goal that is, I have to say. Credit where it's due. Again, as I said when I conceded a worldie the other day, I don't think there's much I can do about it, but that is a classic Swift goal. That man has got a peg on him, and boy, has he proved it there. Lovely goal. This is a really gutting game to lose because Reading fans absolutely hate us. And boy, oh boy, that's a hell of a strike. You could argue maybe Senny could have done more, but boys, I don't know what more I can do here. We have been well and truly taken to the cleaners today, and that's a fantastic strike. 2-0 down. There's not long left. Can we get anything from this? We've had one shot and it wasn't even on target, boys. This has been poor from us. There's not long left. I've made my last couple of changes. I've taken Coles off and I've brought on Ilias Chair, and I've also taken off who's playing at left back? Odebaggio, and I've brought on Hamer. Honestly, I didn't necessarily even do that to think, let's get back into this. I needed fresh legs anyway, but Ilias came on because Coles hasn't been that impressive. I think his shooting is letting him down, and I think his dribbling needs a little bit of a boost anyway. But it's a surprise. He's the highest rated player at the team, and he's just not living up to it right now. And obviously, Odebaggio very tired, so I think Hamer just made sense to bring on. But we just honestly haven't looked good in this game at all. This has probably been our worst performance to date, which is a shame after two very, very good wins. And two very, very good showings. To then go against top of the table and get schooled like this is disappointing. Oh, we just can't get this ball clear right now. Reading trying to make another strike. Dickey stepping in the way and stepping in the way well, but there's not long left on this. And we are struggling to get the ball out of our half. Loose passes like that, just not being able to get the ball to one another and convert it from midfield to attack and attack to shooting opportunities. So I think that's been the story of the game for us in this one. I think we have been well and truly just outplayed in this one. We haven't created chances. They've created very few, but very good chances. And realistically, we have just been absolutely muscled, bodied, and outplayed for this one. Maybe one last chance here as Linden can turn his man, can get the shot away, but a very good save. I've hit it straight at him any other game, and I probably do score that one. But this one has been away from us pretty much since kickoff. We just haven't stepped up to the plate, and we have not performed well against top of the table Reading, and they will stay there, and we will probably drop places as we have dropped points. It's frustrating, I have to say. We didn't play well enough, as I've said a number of times, but yeah, I think the game, realistically, the plan is all I could have given for it. I don't think I could have set up much differently and achieved a much different result. I just think on the day, we really went up to it. As I said, outplayed, outperformed, and yeah, not a good showing for us. That loss does see us drop out of the top 6, but it's still early days. It's still very early days, in fact, and so there's still plenty of time to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to round that video up there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, then please do leave a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts on obviously our signing, and let me know your thoughts obviously on trying to focus on that youth system and bringing some players through the ranks. Something that's also going to be helpful to note, I'm going to send a scout out to find people that are on a 6-month contract. However, I want to try and find people that are within our sort of squad rating. I don't want to find anyone that's sort of really above 75. That would be the absolute peak of what I'm looking to bring in for players sort of, again, that are nearing the end of their contract, but I can bring in potentially for the start of next season on a free, because it's something QPR like to do, is bring in some free agents every year. So it'd be interesting to see if we can do some of that. If you have enjoyed it, as I said, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on our live streams, Hursty Games YT over on Twitch, there is a link in the description. And while you're down there, look at the link for our channel sponsors of M21 and Real Footy Prints. Code Hursty will get you a discount of both. But for now, guys, I'm saying massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. The card does, and of course, wash your hands.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, I'll say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.